Dear God, Ghost Rider almost killed me. Both him and the Spirit. But luckily now I get to unwind with Batman. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put down your pitchforks and delete your hate comments, okay? Because this movie is freaking amazing. Batman was being produced after popularity for the character was declining, due mainly to the campy style of the 60s TV show that starred Adam West. Which is also freaking amazing, but we'll get back to that. Anyway, after the producers got turned down with their pitches from Universal, Warner Brothers accepted the project in 1980. Like all movies, multiple casting is the norm, but one earlier script actually had Bill Murray as Batman and Eddie Murphy as Robin. Luckily, around 1986, Tim Burton was signed on to direct and Michael Keaton to play Batman. Both controversial picks, by the way, because at the time, Burton had just directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Keaton was more known as a comedic actor. But I've wasted enough time talking about the development. Let's swing into Batman. And that's right, I said Batman, damn it. No Forever, no And Robin, dear God please, and no Begins. It's just Batman, damn it. So the movie begins in Gotham City in an already unbelievable scenario, that is to say a white guy unable to get a cab, when a family is attacked by muggers. And thank God, in less than 5 minutes into the movie, our hero shows up, the Bat.
The Bat? Oh man, give me a break, will you?
No, of course not. Instead, Michael Keaton says a line that will forever place him as the true Batman.
Your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
That's right, fuck your Christian Bales and your Ben Afflecks and, God help you, your Val Kilmers. Michael Keaton is Batman. So at an event to help celebrate the new district attorney, Harvey Dent, we see him before he became Tommy Lee Jones. Here he's portrayed by Billy D. Williams.
Thank you. I just wanted to let Gotham know to enjoy a nice, delicious Colt 45.
Next, we get a look at Jack Napier, the villain for the movie, who's played by Jack Nicholson, who is also channeling his Jack Torrance.
Here's Johnny!
This is Alexander Knox, who is played by Robert Wuhl, which you old HBO fans will know as Arliss, who then introduces us to Vicky Vale, played by Kim Basinger.
Vale, will you marry me?
Nope.
Will you buy me lunch?
Maybe.
I eat light.
This is Carl Grissom, played by Jack Palance, who I always love to watch act because he always looks so pissed off. I keep waiting for him to walk in and say, "Why did you guys take my gold?" Concerned about the documents that may lead back to him in his criminal organization, he orders Jack Napier to go to Access Chemicals and clean out all of the information.
You are my #1 guy.
So at Stately Wayne Manor, Bruce Wayne spies on his guest with the biggest cameras I have ever seen, learning about the Access Chemicals break-in. Let's talk about Michael Keaton's portrayal for just a minute. When he was cast as Batman, it drew immediate criticism and backlash because prior to Batman, he only did comedies. This led many to boycott his involvement. And remember, this was back before the internet is what it is today. Forget the outrage on Ben Affleck. Michael Keaton was the original hate casting. And I kind of view Batman performances through the lens of James Bond portrayals. Fans tend to gravitate to an actor who portrayed a character during their childhood. For example, nowadays Daniel Craig and Christian Bale are Bond and Batman. But true fans know when you go back and watch the original Bond films, regardless of who you like, Sean Connery is James Bond. And the same is true here. Michael Keaton is Batman. Period. So at Axis Chemicals, Napier's gang is cornered by the police when Batman shows up, forcing him to get desperate by breaking into vats of chemicals.
Oh my God, it's dead!
That's right, my dear!
Batman catches Napier easily, but he accidentally drops him into some chemicals below. So Vale meets up with Bruce for dinner, but after an awkward moment in his gigantic dining room, they decide to eat with Alfred instead, in a much more personal setting.
Ankle. That was the first and last time I gave him a riding lesson. Well, I think I've embarrassed him for long enough.
Oh, Alfred, you're fired. After surgery, Napier fully emerges as the Joker, and he murders his boss Grissom in a very comedic and horrifying scene that is the perfect mix of what the Joker really is. While we don't get to see exactly what happened last night, I'd like to imagine it went something like this.
Yo, all you homebrides out in Bronx, this one's for you.
So the Joker takes advantage of Carl Grissom's death by taking over all the mob bosses in Gotham, which looks like it actually consists of Albert Einstein and Strickland.
Jesus, didn't that guy ever have hair?
Antoine got a little hot under the collar.
Movie, don't steal any of my jokes. It's already hard enough to make fun of this movie as it is. So Vale traces Bruce Wayne to the courthouse, where the Joker openly kills another mob boss while surrounded by mimes.
Time to pay the check.
Ugh, mimes. So he makes a new plan to terrorize Gotham using Ace Chemicals, cutting into Action News to tell everyone that the joke is on them because they have already purchased his toxins.
Chances are you bought them already.
Love that Joker.
Okay, we talked about Michael Keaton's Batman. Now it's only fair we talk about Jack Nicholson's Joker. First of all, many other actors could have been the Joker, including some top contenders like Tim Curry and Robin Williams. Tim Burton particularly wanted Brad Dourif, who would have been perfect laugh-wise.
What are you, fucking nuts?
But the producers wanted Jack Nicholson, who had a crazy list of requirements, including certain filming times as well as being off for all the LA Laker games.
You're crazy.
However, it was well worth it. Nicholson hits the perfect balance between comedic and homicidal. Not too silly like Cesar Romero, but not too dark like Heath Ledger. He is the perfect portrayal, really. So Vale arrives at the museum thinking she's going to meet Bruce, when in fact it was a setup by the Joker, who comes in with his Minister of Funk, Lawrence, and the group dances around and destroys the art, kind of like the opening in Living Color.
Crap.
Ah, yes. I remember my art education days. So Batman saves Vale from the Joker and escapes the gang in the Batmobile, getting her to safety before... No. Batman defeats the goons and takes Vale back to the Batcave, in a very dangerous parking spot, by the way. He gives her all the information on the Joker's chemical terrorism, analyzing all of this data on a computer that maybe has a whole megabyte of hard drive space. What the hell does it even run on, DOS? Isn't it kind of a weird feeling to know that nowadays any computer is basically the Bat computer? Like my phone here is a Bat computer at this point. Anyway, Bruce goes over to Vale's apartment where he intends to tell her the truth, but the Joker shows up again. All right, Lawrence! Man, I wish I always had a boombox guy to just follow me around. Anyway, Bruce confronts the Joker and... No, damn it! Stop dying! So Knox explains Bruce's past to Vale, which I think is a little odd. No one from Gotham knows about a billionaire child's parents being murdered? Nobody? Moving on, the Joker decides on a new plot that will rid Gotham of Batman for good, as Bruce looks on in his best Steve Jobs attire and then sets out to destroy the Joker's base once and for all. Now don't say to me that Batman only started killing people in Batman v Superman, because he just killed quite a lot of people in that explosion, while the Joker escapes in a toy helicopter. No, really, it's a toy helicopter. And in no time flat, the Joker is already at his parade, dumping millions of dollars on Gotham as he promised. But, total shocker, it was a trick, and he unleashes toxic gas into the crowds in an attempt to kill everyone.
And now we're all gonna die! And I don't even like Sid. Who does?
Luckily, Batman has a toy Batwing of his own. Yes, it is a toy Batwing, which helps him foil the Joker's schemes once again.
He stole my balloons!
So Batman swoops down to finally finish off the Joker.
Oh, good, I can't maneuver.
Stay on target.
We're too close.
But the Joker manages to shoot him out of the sky with a comically long gun. So the rest of the film has Batman fighting the Joker and his gang in the church, and he saves Vale as the Joker falls to his death, saving Gotham City. So how did the movie do? Fucking incredible! The film's budget was a mere $355 million when compared to the $411 million it made at the box office, claiming the spot of the fastest to $100 million in 10 days based on a DC comic. That was until The Dark Knight beat it in 2008. Critics said the film was too dark, but nevertheless it received high marks with a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. A few felt that Burton was focused more on the Joker and production design than Batman himself, but that's Tim Burton for you. No complaints here. Hell, the lead up to the film encouraged something called Batmania, where literally everywhere you turned there was Batman merchandise all over the place. The success of the film is what actually encouraged Warner Brothers into making the best superhero animated series of all time, Batman the Animated Series. I guess what I'm basically trying to say is that you are my number one, a guy. The only thing most people seem to agree on is the fact that the Prince songs in the film seem kind of out of place, and yeah, I guess they do feel a little odd. Come on, I mean, it's Prince. He's fucking incredible. What bad can possibly come out of the movie?